This one feels like another really scary one. They don't end. In the movies, when people do crazy things like this, it just seems to like work itself out in an hour and a half. I could not feel more at war with my mind than I do now. And the mind always comes up with the problems that aren't really there. And then it tries to give you solutions. But right now, it's just they're blaming each other. Whatever that means, but it's just, fuck you, no, fuck you, you started this, well, it's your fault, blah. And I'm just watching like, thank you. Both very helpful. And it's that rigid feeling, like I talked about, like the ice of the iceberg, and then when I melt and drop down, everything's okay. But I really feel like my ego is experiencing something it hasn't in a long time. I was reading some of my notes from that seminar I went to, and one of them was Kyle said something about a fish tank, and when you have a dirty tank to clean out, the sediment and the yuck is at the bottom, and then if you dump, say 80% of it out, and even if you fill it with clean water, it will look worse, you know, because then it gets all foggy and stirred up and mucky, and that's how. So a lot of stuff's getting kicked up. You know, today I was thinking I want my mind or my ego, whatever, wants people to accept my path or my way of expressing things, or these videos, or a book that hasn't even been published yet, or whatever it is, and then it doesn't want to be judged, and it wants just wants total acceptance. And the truth is, it really is my job, and I know I've said this, but I mean, it is. And my way, and these words, they don't have to be anybody else's way. And it's one thing to say that, and then once your ego starts getting attached in this in any way, it wants to fight. And I can see that I have some unhealed stuff around when I left the church I was raised in, because it was so hard to let people know that it was just my path. It wasn't personal. I felt like I was being treated like I was crazy, that I was mental, I was going off the deep end, and it started to make me feel that way. Not that I was second guessing what I was doing. I didn't even have a choice. People leave their religions or groups, people can say, well, it was choice, or they were doing something wrong, or they felt guilty, or they were dead. No. When your soul leaves, it leaves. It's just like when you fall out of love, you fall out of love. Or when you're at a job and it's just not it anymore because there's something more or different. And for the people that stay and feel called to stay, then they should stay. But the people that leave, it's not something people contemplate. That's one of the hardest things there's ever possibly to do on this planet, is to leave a safe group, especially when you're promised all these things. If you do these things, then when you leave here, you get this. And you've got kids, you have family, and you're banking on that. That's just a leap into nothingness, and it is the most terrifying experience there is. And I guess I feel like that's where I'm going through, is Janice says, I don't know where this is going. And my mind is so pissed. And just like when I left, I wanted just love and acceptance, and no, you get a bunch of freaked out, upset people and then people just disappear. So it feels a lot the same. But it wasn't their job to accept it. It was mine. And if I felt weird, that was on me. Just like this is. Some kooky lady sitting in front of a camera talking about stuff. My mind's like, you have no business saying what you're saying. You shouldn't be telling what you tell. You can't take it back. Gonna live forever. You know, when you watch movies like Rocky, Karate Kid, Star Wars, kind of hero movie, anything like that, and they have to go through so maybe they learn that they've got a skill or a gift, or they're given some news, or they've got a mission to perform, and all of a sudden they're just like, oh, I can do this, I can do it. Even if they're scared, there's some motivation there, there's something new to it. And then all of a sudden there's the challenge, like the valley. The shadow valley of death, whatever the saying is. Yeah. That place. And only the heroes, because they get through that, or they climb over the mountain, they get to their side. No one's cheering for someone that it was easy. Yeah, you walked a straight line with no bumps. No one cares. And when you watch those movies, at least for me, I always think, like I saw Doctor Strange the other day, and so he was going to go train with this sage or whatever she was. And they get there, and then you can see that they start to just want to do it their own way, or they want to quit, or, Rocky will want to quit when it gets hard, or Luke wanted to leave because his friends were in danger, and Yoda's like, oh, you got to finish your training. He's like, no, and it's too hard, and I can't. Or Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi's like, do this, and then Daniel flips out. I don't want to do it anymore. Well, it's because the sage, or the knowingness, your soul, your spirit, whatever, they can see the big picture. They know what the training's about and what's possible. And our minds can't see that. And that's what I feel like, as ridiculous as it sounds, I feel like I'm being told to wax on, wax off, do this, do that, and my mind's starting to go, really? Go fuck yourself. I'm not doing this. But when I watch the movies, I'm really clear that, of course I would do it. I want what they have. I want that freedom. I want all that knowledge. I want that place that I can really help people. If I just stick with the training, why are they wimping out now? I would never wimp out. It would be really hard, but I would do it. And now I feel like I'm like in the pressure cooker. I'm not so sure. And this morning and last night I was like, I'm not doing another one. I'm not doing it. I don't care. No one's watching anyway. It's stupid. Just looking like the freak again. Well, maybe being a freak is the path to freedom for me. I don't know. I don't know where this is going at all. I said the other day that I had fasted for 3 days. At least I think I did. I just showed up to do it, like on a list of things to do, and I just didn't even question it, and I did it. I never do that. Let me step back and look at addiction in a different way, and let me use my mind to play with things in a proactive way. And then this morning, some other things were popping up, and I was like, no. I put my foot down. I'm not doing that training. People will be upset. What will my kids think? That would be way too scary, even for me. And I'll do scary stuff, but that's beyond the limits. So am I the person that watches those shows and watches the training? And it can be, a sports movie. It could be anything where that training is really hard. And the coach or whoever the leader or just even a friend, they can see the possibility and our ego and our body and stuff just doesn't want to do it anymore, so wants to quit. Because it can't see, it can't know for sure that the work is going to be worth it. Am I going to get the gold medal? Because if I'm not doing it. Never mind the fact that I've got a healthy body, I'm strong, I challenged myself, all this kind of stuff. Like yesterday I went, washed hair, courtesy of my son. He's in barber school, and he texted me yesterday morning and said, hey, would you want to come in and let me cut your hair? He's never cut a woman's hair. My hair was down to my waist. Sure, sounded fun. I said, can I bring my camera? It'd be fun to video it. And I talked about it before, but had I not been doing this, I wouldn't have done it. I might have taken the camera, but then I would have been shy or felt weird or dumb or not know how to explain myself, so I wouldn't have done it. Because I didn't have a reason to explain why I was doing what I was doing. And I took my dad and I took my daughter, and she filmed it. And the sound didn't come out great because I'm just practicing, but the fact that I even tried it or experimented is shocking, because usually I have to know how to do it first before I even turn it on. And so I saw that yesterday, that I just experimented. I just tried something, and everyone wanted to know why I was doing it and what is this for and who's she, and so what are you doing this for? I said, I don't know. It just seems fun. Just try it out. I wouldn't have done that before. And I can be pretty brazen. I didn't have a reason to tell people why I was videoing my hair being cut. Don't go into barbershop to have your hair cut if you're a girl. I think the brush they had got melted because there was no female items for hair. That was funny. So, like I said, you may feel like, I know I do, if I'm training, I get to the point where if I get fatigued or tired, I get mad and I don't want to do it anymore, and that's definitely where I'm at. I don't want to, I woke up this morning and went, no, I'm not doing it. Nope, not. It doesn't matter to anyone, so why would I put myself through this? And that helps to reflect on what I'm gaining, because there certainly have been gains. I'm here. I would never have done this. This is number 20. 21 days ago, yeah, right. There's just a lot of rigor going on. And I'm doing my best to just stay open to whatever's showing up and whatever I feel like I'm being guided to do, whatever that's going to look like. But I'm not going to lie, it's hard. It's hard. So I'm just going to let it feel hard and let it play itself out. I feel like I'm supposed to be able to tell the end of the story, or how this goes, or here's the lesson I learned. I don't friggin' know. And no one in any of those movies or any of our sports heroes or our great musicians or artists, they didn't know. They just went with their soul. I didn't know what it would be like to leave my religion, and it was the best thing I ever did for myself. I tell that to my kids, even over having them. And that's, I know, that's weird to say as a mom. I don't care. My soul was going, and if I hadn't gone with it, they wouldn't be connected anymore, you know what I'm saying? It didn't fit anymore. And I'm feeling that same space again. What I'm trying to heal up is people not loving me in spite of that, or people thinking this is weird, or if I just find God, or if I would, like, I don't know. I don't even know what people are thinking, but that's just what I heard over and over again. It's clearly something I haven't thought I healed it up, because I became okay with my path. I mean, it was so clear for me. So I guess it's just back into the not knowing and in that uncomfortable space. But if I knew how it was going to turn out, it would just be a guess. It's supposed to be the ending to a movie, and who wants to watch a movie? I know the ending, right? Oh, you spoiled the ending. Now I don't want to see it. And we all think we want to know the ending. My mind tells me I need to know the ending. It may not even be a good ending. Okay. So I'm going to stick with my training. My trainer might just want to smack me right now. I think my trainer's patient. I hope so. Because I'm scared. I like to think I'm going to be who I am when I watch those shows of those people train in real life for things. I think I really am going to do the work. Whatever that means. No matter how it looks to anyone or to me. And I'm sure it only really matters to me anyway.